We're heading to the Union City School District for our middle school update and welcome in Principal Jamie Thomas this morning. You guys didn't have any delays there. You got a little less snow in the Union City area, so that's helpful to get things going, right?
Well, yeah, we had a little less snow, but I was delayed just coming in behind the snow truck. So it's always interesting when you first get snow. I mean, we had a little bit of snow before Christmas break, but like this first big batch that you get, it always throws kids into a little tizzy because parents kind of get into a tizzy because of how it changes the roads and it slows things down in the morning, and so today's going to be an interesting start of the day.
All
Like
right.
buses will be a little slower, and kids will be coming in late. So, it'll be a slow start to the day, but we'll get there.
Well, just as you're trying to hit your stride now after the Christmas break, you guys are on trimesters right now, but still about halfway through the school year, though, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're really about halfway through. Our NWA winter testing window started upon our return from break, so we're gonna do our mid-year test of how their progress monitoring, see how they're making growth, and then use that to kind of guide our instruction as we hit the last half of the school year and sharpen things up before we get to that end of the year state testing.
All right. So how would you get maybe a kind of a read on the first half of the year for you guys? Have you gotten through the stuff you wanted to? Are you seeing progress with the kids? Kind of how, even without those testing things, just are you seeing that things are going well for the kids?
Yeah, I feel like we've had it's been a really good year. Behavioral wise, things have been down for us. I don't know if that's just because I finally figured out how to do this position after 5 years, and I've gotten some systems into place, and we've gotten just different processes put into place and procedures and things down. But things are going really well this year. We've had some difficult things to handle, but we've dealt with it and hit it in stride. But for the most part, we've had a very good year. Our athletes have academically been eligible very well through football, boys basketball, girls volleyball, and now we're going into girls basketball and wrestling and competitive cheer. So I look forward to those kids staying eligible. It has not been a trial for us to keep kids eligible, so that has been a good thing to see. And kids who may have been ineligible for 1 week have gotten things around and really turned it around, so they were eligible the following week. So
Great.
And stayed eligible after that. So it's been a good start of the year. Academically, I feel like we're in a good spot, and behaviorally, we're in a great spot as well.
Is it, in talking to some teachers and administrators, that obviously post-COVID, it's different how the kids are acting as humans? I mean, as adults, I think we act differently, and not necessarily in a good way necessarily. Is that starting to come back around? Do you think a little bit? Maybe the kids settling that down a little bit after kind of a rough start.
Yeah, because I mean, the kids that pulled to do a virtual program or were partially virtual or not, were some kids. I mean, when we had the blended program where you could be virtual or not virtual, and all of that madness right after COVID, we've gotten most of those kids back from that have taken that virtual component, and so we've worked through some of those social pieces that come from being in a virtual setting where you are isolated from your peers in social settings, and how to interact appropriately outside of your house rules and meeting the rules of school. Because not all house rules and school rules are the same. So that has been, I feel like we're making progress in that direction of we're getting back to what used to be normal, but I don't think we're ever going to have a true normal. It is what it is, and we deal with it on a day-to-day basis. But I feel like when I took this job, COVID hit the fourth marking period of the first year of this job. So I've only known this job in COVID.
Yeah.
And so this is what I feel like this job was supposed to be 4 years ago when I took it on, is where I'm at right now in this position.
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, this is what I expected out of this position and in this role and the things that I'm doing. So I feel like we're getting to a place where I can kind of anticipate some things, and that's where we've kind of hit our stride this year. Is we've been able as a team to anticipate, okay, these things are coming. What can we put in place before that to try to head them off? And I feel like that's what's helped us behaviorally and academically.
Yeah, the new normal, right? Maybe the new normal
Right.
that we're looking at right now. But and hopefully some of this filters down to the parents as well. So and the rest of the adults, and so we can all act nicer to each other. Hey, Jamie, thanks for checking in this morning, and we'll talk in a couple of months. All right.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Jamie Thomas, principal at Union City Middle School, with us. Always enjoy talking to her on our middle school update.